Who's to blame for the Jets' loss tonight? I'll answer that right after this.
This is producer JR, and you are watching the proud New York Jets fan show. Now give it up for my boy Nick.
Rodgers is a fucking Jet. Let's go!
This for my special delivery. Spit like this, get my wrist all glittery.
Can't wait.
Get kicked, snakes get slithery. Lean in, show y'all the mean and the chivalry.
Let's make sure we
Rap
play
Buddha,
like the
you
New
gas
York
Buddha.
Jets.
Right jab like Zab Judah. Every member on my team is a shooter. Tight like a womb, no room for intruders. Spark, twist to the
Now,
Philly.
give it
And
up
good
for
humor.
Nick
Don't
Shaw.
be silly, it's gravy, baby. I got it all smothered.
Let's go
Like
eat a
makeup.
damn snack.
What's up, everybody? So, very deflating, very disappointing loss tonight. It's a long list. It was a team effort of how to blow this game tonight. It seems like Alan Lazard took his suicide bomber mentality from the last couple weeks and handed it over to CJ Uzoma tonight. Zach makes a great run. Barely steps out at the 3. It's a shame because that was a really good play for him. First and goal, the CJ with a horrible hold takes away a touchdown. We scored 2 touchdowns on 2 straight plays, and neither one of them count. We shoot ourselves in the foot on that drive. There's many other issues that we had tonight. I'm going to go off on a rant on somebody who has gotten a lot of praise from the Jets fans and hasn't really been criticized much. And I'm going to say it. If you draft a fucking guy on defense at number 4 overall in the draft, he should be able to make a fucking tackle. And Sauce Gardner's attempts at tackling are weaker than my fucking knee and my ability to walk down a flight of stairs. He reaches. He doesn't put his shoulder into it. He is soft. Josh Jacobs' long run, go look at it. Go look at Sauce's weak attempt to just reach and pull down a fucking NFL running back with his little spaghetti arms. Garrett Wilson, nice throw, man. Way to throw the ball 7 yards out of bounds. I guess if your last name is Wilson, you can't make a fucking pass on this team. It was bad. It was bad. It's everyone. Penalties, another roughing the passer penalty. I noticed that when the Raiders get that interception and they run down in the end zone and celebrate, they don't get a 15-yard penalty because the guy who picked it had his helmet off. That 15 yards would have been very helpful on the last drive. How about Conklin batting the ball down? Garrett Wilson came flying over like he was Spud Webb, jumping over everyone. Could have made a catch to win the game on the Hail Mary. But Conklin just reached up and knocked it down. We can't get the run game going. We can't stop the run. That's the blueprint to beat us. I said it this week. If you want to beat the New York Jets, run the goddamn ball 40 times. We won't make any adjustments. We won't put a 5-man line out there. We're just going to stay in this base defense time and time again. I'm at a fucking loss. I'm at a loss for words. There's no reason we should have lost this game. Zach Wilson stares down Lazard. Game's on the line. You're even looking at fucking Lazard. Lazard almost dropped the wide open pass that you gave him over the middle. Even when he's wide open, the fucking piece of shit bobbles it. I'm so ecstatic that we can get out of his contract. Someone told me that we can get out of the Lazard deal after year 1. I don't care what it costs. This is burning money watching this guy play. He gives up on the route. Why are we even running that route to him on the one up the sideline that everyone's saying Zach overthrew? That piece of shit stopped running. Why are we running? Even Collinsworth said it. You're running a stop and go route to Lazard, and it's hard for him to start running again. Run that shit to Gibson. Let Gibson do the double move and sprint up the goddamn sideline. Lazard moves like me. That's 2 insults to me tonight. I'm gonna have to sneak in a third. It's frustrating. It's aggravating. It's collectively everybody fucking up. Where does that fall? It falls on coaching. I don't want my head coach. I said this with Jeremy the other night on his channel. I do not want my head coach just screaming at the officials time and time again. Lose your shit on your own fucking team. Lose your shit on guys not lining up the right way. Lose your shit on guys reaching for an arm tackle. You're an aggressive, fiery defensive coach. Stop being a pussy on the sideline. Stop only being a big, tough guy when it's time to yell at an official. When you can't get disciplined and you can't be held accountable, and I'm not on the fire Salah train, but if things don't change and people don't start getting held accountable, it's time to promote Ulbrich the head coach. That's it. And I love Salah. All of you know that. But if you can't get your team ready to play and you want to be their friend instead of the disciplinarian, instead of the guy who's going to put a fucking fire under someone's ass and not just pat them on the back or tell them good try when they come off the field, oh, we'll get the next one. Call them the fuck out. They're failing. They're failing time and time again. You're failing as a head coach because you're not getting your goddamn offensive coordinator in line. Let me say what's up to you guys. Thank you for listening to my rant. Matthias, you're right. Mark, we're better than a lot of teams. But if you don't execute, and if you're not smart, and you're not efficient, you can't win in this league. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't bring it together, you're going to fucking fail. And we're failing. Penalties are killing us. We're shooting ourselves in the foot. We can't overcome 2nd and 20s. We can't. We throw the ball to Gibson early. He makes a nice play up the sideline. We didn't give him the ball the rest of the game. Burnt Dice, what's up? If you're new here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, man. I'm usually not negative, but tonight I'm angry. I'm angry tonight. We shouldn't have lost this goddamn game. Yeah, Mark, you're right. Undisciplined team. Hackett's a problem. This offense. It's not. It's not. CJ and Lazard are single-handedly taking us down. They alternate which guy is going to fucking ruin it for us. So it's not for these penalties to happen at the worst possible time over and over again. The feds need to investigate this. Billy, I mean, it's got to be something, right? I've been a fan. Hey, Chuck, thanks for watching. I've been a fan since '68. I sat on the sidelines of Super Bowl III. My father worked for NBC. I'm sick of this, brother. I think we should all march through the streets of New York to get rid of them. I'm not going on the streets of New York. You want to go through East Rutherford? I'll go through East Rutherford, but I'm not going in the streets of New York. It's like a war zone right now there. Wilson has to go. Yeah. I mean, eventually he will. Maybe they'll get out of it this year. Maybe it's less of a hit to get out of it before year 4, but last year it was cheaper to keep her. Good talent's being wasted, but good talent is also making some stupid plays. Garrett Wilson with a drop over the middle. 2nd and 18. Zach fucking rips one over the middle to him. He drops it. Organized crime. Well, I wish organized crime would start betting the fucking over and allowing us to score some touchdowns. Haven't had a good O since Fitz. Yeah, but I mean, we should have. We were going to have a good O. I stand by this. We win. We're 8-1 with Rodgers, and we're the best team in football. Rodgers will rip the players apart if Salah won't. And if you're not fucking doing what he needs to be done, he will throw you off the field. We don't have that leadership at the quarterback position, and we don't have a guy, a head coach, who wants to do that right now. I don't know what I said. I was on a rant. That was a few minutes ago. But I'm glad to give you some entertainment. Raiders smoking cigars again at our behalf. Coaching is bad and shows by the penalties. I would love to. I tell you right now, my team was always ready to play. My team didn't do no weak-ass tackling when I coached Pop Warner. Whitehead makes a nice play and then disappears the rest of the game. Guys put their head down and try to tackle. They arm tackle. You're not arm tackling Josh Jacobs. Do you watch fucking film, or are you just afraid and scared? It's a crime. It is a crime. 100%, Matthias. I'm there now. It's too many times that I've watched this. Figure it the fuck out. Stop saying we'll work on it. Just fucking fix it. It would be back because of Rodgers. But I will say this, Mark. You can say, God bless you too, Chuck. Thank you. Rodgers is watching this. Rodgers is watching the mistakes. Rodgers is watching the team not be prepared. He won't stand for that. He'll go to Woody and say, make a move. It's okay. Make a move. We got to have someone fiery in here who's going to get the team fired up. You want to be a head coach? You want to be a defensive coordinator? Well, be the fucking head coach. Stop being weak. Stop being soft. Stop just screaming at the officials. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of watching you yell at officials, but you don't say a goddamn thing to our players. Yeah, Heidi could have got it. Heidi probably scored tonight. We couldn't, but Heidi probably scored tonight. Her inbox is probably popping. Yeah, but Garrett also makes mistakes, man. He had a key drop. He was splitting the linebacker and the cornerback, and he could have took that on a one move and beat the safety and gone. He dropped it, though, because he's looking ahead instead of doing his job and catching the fucking ball. So he deserves some criticism, too. Hey, Johnny. Thanks for joining, man. Oh, on top of the offensive woes, Sauce Gardner being a pussy when it comes trying to tackle is an issue. Putting his arms out and reaching on Josh Jacobs' long run. And then he doesn't hustle downfield after him. He's jogging. He could have maybe made a play on the ball before it bounced out of bounds, but he was jogging behind it. Go look at the play. And on that Josh Jacobs run, Michael Carter II comes into the four hole. He's in the four gap, the B gap. And he gets crushed from behind on a block in the back. Not called. Go watch the play. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I love being sober watching the games because I remember all this shit and I pick up on it. I don't think it's solid. When your team is undisciplined and your team commits penalties, it falls on you. We had this shit with Herman Edwards. Because you're afraid to be assertive with your team. They know they can roll over on you because there's never any punishment. It's like having a teacher in class. When the teacher's lenient, you take advantage of it. There's no repercussions. Really is. Every time we get a drive going, it's like, all right, who's going to fuck this up for us? I will say this. Very good job blocking Crosby. Very good job. Zach made some great plays. Zach, if Conklin doesn't knock that down, man, that final play, Garrett Wilson could have snatched that and brought that in. He jumped over everybody. Good night, Billy. I'm sorry we don't have a Victory Monday show, man. I was looking forward to it. I'm sorry. Yeah, the tackling on this team is either dip your head down or reach with the arms. That's Whitehead and Sauce. There's no other way to describe them. It's aggravating. This team. Glad CJ's okay. CJ came back in the game. He was down at the end. Sorry, I have all the thoughts running through my head of the game. I'm kind of replaying it. CJ did come back in. I don't know if he had to go. He slammed his helmet. I don't know if he had to go to get concussion protocol cleared. Looked like he may have been holding his wrist or his arm. It's tough. It's tough. This team, it's a what if. If you told me to write right now, today, the motto of this season, it's what if. What if we stayed disciplined? What if Aaron didn't get hurt? What if we don't commit all these penalties? I don't do the cursed. I don't do the jinxed. It's just, even you guys know me. You watch me. You know how positive I am. Like, I find a positive in anything. And I watched this game tonight, and it's a group effort of clusterfuck. Like, everybody. And then CJ, you're up celebrating the touchdown. You don't even know they threw a fucking flag on you. You had your arm wrapped around the guy's back right where they ran it. Of course they're going to call that. Oh, my God. I made that reference today. We did lose to Farva. You're 100% right. I don't post. I don't comment. I don't text during the game. My phone goes face down on the other side on the table. And after we score, I call the kids. That's it. But yeah, that was Farva. Fucking fat fuck wanted a liter of cola. Hey, Barney. Yeah, it's always darkest before the dawn, but I feel like it's Iceland or Alaska where it's like 90 days of darkness, and it's been 90 seasons. And I'm never down like this, man. I'm never down, but this team is too talented to lose games. If you have talent and if you can't stay disciplined, what good is your talent? It's wasted talent. Hey, Ash, thanks for watching. I don't even think you put it on Zach. Zach, again, he completed 2/3 of his passes. Wilson had a horrible drop. CJ Uzomah, Zach almost scores a touchdown. Look at it this way. We score that touchdown, the game's over. All we need was one touchdown early, and that defense would have locked it down. They wouldn't have been running the ball. They would have had to throw it, and our pass rush would have feasted. Thanks for watching, Ash. If you're new here, man, please subscribe. Sign up for the alerts. I haven't seen your name before if you're new, and then you signed up from the shorts I've been doing. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. What's up, Gino? It's about coaching discipline. It's 100%, man. I see my opening rant. I love when me and you are on the same page. Because I said, if you watch the video from the beginning when I was heated, I said, if you can't, I'm tired of seeing him scream and yell at the officials. Your team is making these mistakes. It's time to start screaming at the players. And if you don't want to hold people accountable and you don't want to ruffle feathers, get the fuck out and promote Ulbrich, the head coach. Let Ulbrich be the head coach of this team. The defense loves him. The defense will go to bat. If you make a move, promote Ulbrich. Keep the same defensive scheme. You don't have to worry about changing it. And you get somebody who will have player accountability. We don't have that right now. You Garrett Wilson last week in the Charger game, flipping out, let him go in. No, we're not going to pull him. He'll be okay. Cheap shot in the back on Asante Samuel. 19-yard run by Brees gets called back. So Aaron Rodgers knows how to play. It's bad. If you pull it from him, you can't give it back to him. You can't. You pull it from him, what's the purpose of him being there? You got to fire him. I did a short the other day with Sean Payton Wright. Looks like he is. It's 2 years in a row that Nathaniel Hackett has run an offense, and he's running them into the ground. They can't score. They can't be effective. They have last year's Denver team was a fantastic defense. We have an even better defense this year. I don't know the numbers. I haven't seen the updated numbers. We might be number one defense in the NFL. I know we might be the number one pass defense, although the Ravens, Lamar didn't throw for shit today. Yeah, Indy Colt, welcome back. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's bad. Zach, okay, but Zach is not the problem. No, and Zach's a backup. I mean, we got to remember, we knew Zach wasn't the answer. That's why we went and got Rodgers. We didn't go into the season saying we fixed him. He's good. We brought a new coach. Zach will be okay. Zach was never supposed to fucking play. He was supposed to take knees in the fourth quarter and hand it off to Michael Carter after the game was iced and the starters were out. We're losing because of penalties. We're losing because we're not disciplined. We are not good enough with Zach Wilson at quarterback to overcome 2nd and 20s, 2nd and 26. We could have punted. They could have declined the penalty at one point, but they're like, nah, push them back further. There's no way they're going to convert this. That's just disrespect to us. Agreed. They ran a nice wheel route with Gibson early in the game. And then you try to run it later with Lazard. It doesn't make sense. A long time undefeated. I agree. I would love to see a play call change this week to catch Buffalo off guard, and Buffalo won't know what's coming at them. They won't know what to expect with a new play caller. I think it's the perfect time to do it now before 2 divisional games. Oh, sorry. I want to thank everyone for joining this late. I didn't want to go to bed without venting. Like I said, I'm sober, so normally a game like this in the past, I would be intoxicated, especially at a night game, and I would just drink till I passed out. But now I need to do things in an adult, logical, sober way. So hanging, venting, talking amongst other Jets fans is good therapy for me. And I hope for you guys too. I hope this helps you guys calm down, because I know we're all upset. I know we're all aggravated. I know we're all past the point of we need answers. There comes a time where the questions have to stop and the answers have to reveal themselves. Whether it's a coaching change, no matter what it is, figure it the fuck out. Face coach Calabrese Hackett. They're soft to see. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Burnt this. Yeah. It's you have 5 offensive linemen, 2 tight ends, and a fullback, and we have our stupid 4-man front, and we don't put another lineman down, or we bring Sherwood up on the line as an outside linebacker. That ain't fucking good enough. They go double tight end, bring in 5 stout D linemen. And then you have Quincy and Quinnen behind there, Quincy and CJ, flowing to the ball. Eat up all the blockers and let them flow to the ball. How many times do we have to hear how fast Quincy Williams is? Put another goddamn D lineman up there to eat up a blocker and let these guys run free. Yeah. Yeah. You're not going to change the system. So, yeah, the plays would stay, Barney. And then it's just a new play caller. You could put new wrinkles in or different checks in, but that's part of it. Oops. Where are we? Yeah. Chris Jenkins never gets hurt that year. We win the Super Bowl. Chris Jenkins and Leon Washington, I think, went out the same year. Yeah, I mean, I'll pull the numbers. Usually I pull the numbers out when someone else is talking, but Egghead was. Oh, Mark Ray is so positive to be in a chat with. Where are we? Let's look at the stats. Boom. Jets. Stats. Passing yards, they had 126. Total yards, 274. Rushing, 148. They had 3 penalties. The Raiders, normally the most penalized team in football for 30 years, had 3 penalties. We had 8. They had 2 turnovers. We outsacked them. You can't lose that game. Something's got to. I hope Woody and Christopher let their dick swing this week and say something. Do a George Steinbrenner. Missing preseason will do that. I don't think he looks tired, Mo. He's a patient runner. But there's no holes opening. That's why they're 2-yard gains instead of 60-yard gains. You know, Newman is our 5th right guard, maybe our 6th. I've lost track. You know, let's get Brees the ball out in space. You see, when you get him the ball in space, he's electric. Find ways to get him the ball in space. If it's not the run game, use the screen game. Use a reverse. Do something to get him the ball. Put him out wide with Cook in the backfield and give him a reverse. Do something where Brees can get a one-on-one with someone, hit that spin move or juke him and go. Find ways. Stop just running him into the line of a line that isn't opening holes right now in the run game. Yeah. Chuck, Zach Wilson was supposed to sit in the meeting rooms, learn from Aaron Rodgers, watch how they dissect the defense, watch how they attack. He was supposed to get film study. He was supposed to get lessons, not 4 plays and be handed the reins. Zach needed a lot of growth. And I think he's shown a lot of, I think he's shown a lot of growth, but he was supposed to get 2 years of being a student. So Chance Rodgers loves Hackett because he lets Rodgers call the plays. I don't know. I don't think Rodgers would ever do that to Hackett. I don't think Rodgers, Barney, I see your comment too, but I don't think Rodgers would upstage Hackett and then do that. I don't know. I don't know. And don't forget, these coaches see these quarterbacks every day in practice, and it's I don't know. It's not Zach. You can't put it all on Zach. I get it. Sometimes it's like a pitching change, right? But if the team was not making mistakes and Zach was completing 48% of his passes and throwing it out of bounds on 3rd down, I get it. But there's drops, there's penalties, there's a lot of reasons we're not opening holes in the run game. It's sad. It really is. I told them our only outside weapon is Garrett. They told me McCall would stretch the defense over the top. Now you have Aaron Baggett. Yeah. You're right, Mo. I don't even know what hockey is now. Start watching my college basketball. Zach Wilson with a quote right now. Rich Cimini tweets, "It literally feels like every good play we have is getting called back. It's so frustrating right now." On the interception, he said Spillane made an unbelievable play, but added, "I've got to be better there. To throw an interception to lose a game sucks. I hate that." It's true. It feels like every time we make a big play, I'm sure we all do this, right? We're all looking down at the circle to see if the flag alert pops up. Yeah, I thought we did a better job early. Like I said, the play to Gibson was a beautiful design on the slot with a real route. They trusted him to get out there. They didn't really give him the ball much after that. We're throwing deep to Taylor. I don't know. Taylor goes from not playing to a guy that you're targeting deep. And here's another play I didn't even mention. Garrett Wilson on the long throw, on the one that we ended up with an interception, dropped the fucking ball. He had it, but he let it come to his body again instead of going up and getting with his fucking hands. I forgot about that play. He dropped. He would have got both feet in and would have been out at the 2. But then CJ would have held and we wouldn't have scored anyway. So, oh, man, this fucking team. I'm trying to catch up in the comments. Yeah. You know what's funny, Indy Colt? We were outcoached. I thought we were outcoaching them, especially when Pierce threw the flag because he didn't know the rule that he was right to throw it because he was touched. It was a 6-yard difference. I mean, we kicked the fucking field goal anyway. Who are we to score a touchdown? So it's frustrating, man. It's really frustrating. I'm at a loss for words. I'm never at a loss for words. Do you think Dak Prescott? What the hell, Dak Prescott? Well, thank you for watching, TD. I don't think Dak becomes available. I don't. But there's no reason to go get him. We got Aaron Rodgers. And they're not going to bring in another quarterback like Dak to sit behind him and pay him what he wants to be paid if he becomes available. It would make no sense. But I think whoever's playing quarterback right now would be aggravated with the penalties. You know, Rodgers can overcome things. You know, Dak I'm not huge on, but we shoot ourselves in the foot. So any quarterback is going to get frustrated. Yeah. Yeah, I know Aaron's on his last leg. Literally singular, right? Not his last legs. But you don't go make that move this offseason because you got Rodgers coming back. So it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Chuck, I'm going to pop a bunch of melatonin. And the trade deadline is over. There's a lot of people that think that the Cowboys can get out of Dak's contract this offseason, but I don't get too deep into that. Not tonight. Dak will want to. TD, I appreciate you watching. Dak will go if he gets free from Dallas, he will go someplace where he could start immediately. He's not going to go sit for a year. There's no way in hell that's happening. But I do appreciate you watching, and if you're new here, please subscribe, join the channel, and enjoying the fun. Usually it's a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. These guys here will attest to it. I mean, he went up, but let's be real. He went up and just knocked it down. If you're going up to make the play, you jump up with 2 hands. You make an attempt to try to catch the fucking ball. He didn't intentionally do it, but his shitty effort caused it to be knocked down. But I want to thank everyone for watching. I drank a ton of water. My bladder is popping. I don't have anyone else here to share the screen with me when I get up to go pee. So I'm going to call it a night. Tune into Jets Chaos Wednesday night, 8 p.m. I'll be on there with Jeremy. We'll be looking ahead at the Bills game. We'll look back at this. I might pop on tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. Victory Monday is out of the books, so no 12 o'clock show tomorrow. I normally don't come on after a loss. I wait a couple days. I let it sit, but the amount of errors and mistakes that this team made today was frustrating. Johnny, I'll say yes. This defense gives us a chance every week. We just got to start getting points from them. We do. So everyone new here, thank you for joining. Come back again. It's a good community. It's great chat. It's late at night, so it's not as big as usually it is, but we got it. This channel has a lot of good viewers, same with Jets Chaos, and I'm sure a lot of you recognize names from other Jets channels, so I appreciate you guys hanging with me, allowing me to vent, allowing me to open up, allowing me to hopefully be able to put my head down and go to sleep. So It's rough. It's tough being a Jet fan. Every time we think this is the time, it gets taken away from us. So, good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. I know it's going to be difficult this week. I know it was difficult last week. But try to find a way to remain loud and proud New York Jets fans. Go Jets. Thanks, everyone.
This is producer JR, and you are watching the proud New York Jets fan show. Now give it up for my boy Nick.
Rodgers is a fucking Jet. Let's go!
This for my special delivery. Spit like this, get my wrist all glittery.
Can't wait.
Get cake, snakes get slithery. Lean in, show y'all the mean and the chivalry.
Let's make sure we play like the
You
New York
gas
Jets.
Right jab like Zab Judah. Every member on my team is a shooter. Tight like a womb, no room for intruders. Spark, twist to the
now,
Philly.
give it up
Good
for
humor.
Nick
Don't
Shaw.
be silly. It's baby. I got